when it comes to features, okay, because there's people watching this interview that might be headed to buy or going to get their first feature, okay? Sometimes, me personally, I've experienced where people will want to do an interview because they had a bad experience with a feature. Now, I don't know the exact names. I don't know the exact names of the features, but I recall people DMing me, um, emailing me for various artists and various experiences they had where they say something to the nature of this. Hey, I paid so-and-so for a feature. I never got the feature back. He took my money. I want to put him on blast. I want to address it. I want to get on your platform and talk about it, right? Have you ever experienced this yourself where you paid for a feature and you didn't get one? Does this
Nah,
stuff happen?
that never happened to me. If that is happening to the artist that's not doing the feature, I think that's unprofessional. Cause even if you made it to a certain level or platform, I think you should still take your brand seriously. Some people probably just do that and feel like it's funny, but there's people hard earned money, or you don't know how they got this money. And like I said before, they could be spending their last on this feature, hoping to make some back ends off of it, and it ain't cool to do stuff like that.
Now, me personally, I avoid those type of interviews where a person wants to put someone on blast for not doing a feature, uh, because it's like I personally don't know the details of that business transaction. And it's like, why don't you discuss that with them in person instead of discussing it with me in this platform, right?
Yeah.
So that's my personal stance on it. But I do wonder, and you don't know these people personally, you don't know the artists that people have raised questions about, but I always wonder, is this the actual artist taking the person's money and running off, so to speak? Or could this person that paid for the feature been scammed? Maybe they went through a middleman promising this artist was going to do this feature and they didn't. So, them being green, for lack of a better phrase, they think it's the artist that ran off with the money when it could have been the person they tried to go through, which was a scam.
Yeah, they gotta be careful with that, because there's a lot of scam going on. As far as they consider us locals or rising stars. They target us a lot. Like I get links all the time from fake academic pages and fake say cheeses. I don't go for it. I've went for one before, way back in 2013. Somebody claimed he was a part of a Glory Boys with Chief Keef, and he could get my song played on some hot Atlanta station. He's like, send $300 MoneyGram, and he's gonna send me the chart showing my music getting played, and I never got nothing. I never got a response or nothing. So from there, I was just diligent with making sure that don't happen again, because those wasted $300 could have been a blog post, or you could have used that for something more useful.
So, just for clarification, you never sent that money off.
Yeah, I did send that money off that first
Oh,
time. Yeah, for the 300. Yeah, they got me in 2013, but anything after, I'm good.
so that was the only time you've
Yeah, that
ever
was
been
the only
scammed.
time. Yeah.
And did you get I know, relatively speaking, that might not be a lot of money to somebody watching this, but at that time in your life, do you get a lawyer involved? Do you get the police
No,
involved?
I
Do
just
you?
like I took a L. It was only $300. It was actually I just cashed my tax return when I sent that. So it was only $300. It's cool. I'll take that L.
How did that make you feel?
It just made me feel like I need to be more careful.
Did that discourage you from engaging in the music industry, engaging in music business?
No, not really, not at all.
Why do you think you went for it back then?
I think back then I was just too antsy. Like I had a lot of things I was going for back then, and I thought like I was ready to go sit at the label and that was just back then. I was young, naive.
How do you prevent that from ever happening again? Getting scammed.
Do a lot of homework. I know that. Make sure you know the links you clicking on or who you speaking to is the actual person. Try your best to see how. Just don't send no money off before you. If you got any bad feeling, don't send no money off.
And just to reiterate, if it wasn't clear in this interview, that's why I also don't engage with those type of interview requests because, you know, if we're putting an artist on blast and they have no knowledge about it, they got scammed because of a middleman, then we're putting an artist on blast for no reason. And that's why I personally don't engage in those interviews and stay away from that type of content. But I always wonder, you know, is that a middleman like you had gone through or, you know, the artists themselves?
Yeah, I think it's a complete scam. I don't even think it's a middleman. If you go through the middleman, you'll still get the feature, just at a higher price.
You've done 10 features, rough estimate, paid features. You've paid for features 10 times. Were they ever through middlemen or were they through the artists and the artist management directly?
Yeah, it was always either artist or artist management directly, no middleman.
And since we're on the subject of scams, I want to share a scam of somebody scamming my name and using my name. And I want to, I've already publicly addressed it, but because we're talking about scams, I just want to reiterate it. There's been a text message going from a number 470-331-2615 that starts out something like this. And this is for people in the audience watching that aren't familiar. Good evening. This is Shad Johnson, A&R for DJ Smallz Interviews. I handle all the business proposals and inquiries for our platform. Our team has come across your social media, and we would like to have in for an interview and give you the chance to get your music heard. They misspelled and have some grammatical errors here. We are helping independent artists advance their music career with our services. You will reach your fullest potential! Exclamation point. If you're interested in this opportunity, let us know so we can further assist you. Again, I've addressed this on the Instagram at DJ Smallz and at DJ Smallz Eyes and at DJ Smallz Eyes too. First of all, I never had a 470 number ever in my life. I have no clue who Shad Johnson is. My correct booking info is always listed in the bio of all my social media. So anybody watching this, do not fall for that text message from that number or that name. Never had a Shad Johnson ever work for me. I don't even have an A&R. Okay? If you're trying to book me personally, it's always info in the social media bio for the direct contact information to reach me. I just wanted to put that since we're talking about that. This scam happened. I got wind of it a week ago. So
It's a lot of that kind of scam going on. But I'm gonna tell the audience this: these people is not sending you an email saying that they're watching your page and they interested in you. It's not going down like that. That's not how it really happens.
I don't talk like that. And whenever I notice the scammy stuff that I've caught wind of, people using my name and saying they can do this and that, there's always grammatical errors in those messages.
Yeah, for the most part, it always is.
People misspell stuff.
I've gotten one that say Epic was looking into me. I'm like, I know this ain't Epic. Even when you click the little details and see what the email is coming from, it's not at epicrecords.com or anything like that. It's a Gmail. So it's not them.
I'm a DJ. I'm an interviewer. I've even gotten emails that say, hey, Epic's looking to sign you. Dude, I'm a DJ. I'm not even an artist. You know what I mean? Now, I know DJs do get signed to record labels, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not looking for a record deal, and they're interested in a... Anyways, long story short, and you know, when I get those type of messages, the email addresses are always very sketchy. It'll be like epicrecords1@gmail.com.
Yeah, they try to get you just so it says epic. You know, some people just look real fast, and once they see it, they get antsy. They don't take their time. So that's how they get scammed. You gotta take your time, read through these things.